30 years, 600 miles. A ship sailed alone, carrying no one. It's a tale whispered in the icy reaches of the Arctic, a story of an impossible voyage. Everyone thinks ghost ships are found once, perhaps twice, drifting in the vast ocean. But the SS Baychimo was different. It defied logic, reappearing again and again, a silent, spectral presence in one of the world's most unforgiving environments. For over 3 decades, from the early 1930s well into the 1960s, this cargo steamer became a chilling legend. Each sighting was a fresh jolt of terror, a confirmation that the Baychimo, despite all odds, still sailed, a derelict testament to a crew that vanished without a trace. Our investigation begins in October 1931. The Baychimo, a 322-ton freighter, was a workhorse of the Hudson's Bay Company, navigating the treacherous Canadian Arctic. Her mission, to collect a valuable cargo of pelts, a routine journey that would soon descend into an unprecedented saga of disappearance and haunting. Captain Cornwell and his 36-man crew were battling early winter ice near Point Barrow, Alaska. The ice tightened its grip, trapping the Baychimo. It was a common enough occurrence, but this time the squeeze was relentless. They were stuck, far from any port, as the Arctic winter began to close in. On October 8th, a ferocious blizzard descended, burying the ship in snow and ice. The situation grew dire. The crew was forced to abandon ship, marching miles across the frozen landscape to the tiny native settlement of Barrow, seeking shelter and waiting for the storm to pass. When the storm finally broke, Captain Cornwell returned to his vessel. Miraculously, the Baychimo was still there, battered but intact. They managed to free her, but the relief was short-lived. Just a few days later, on October 15th, the ice closed in again, this time with even greater force. This time, the decision was made to abandon ship for good. The crew built a makeshift camp on the ice, preparing to wait out the winter. They believed the Baychimo was doomed, likely to be crushed and sink beneath the unforgiving ice. They marked her, salvaged what they could, and prepared for a long, cold wait. But the Arctic had other plans. On November 24th, a second, even more violent blizzard struck. When the storm cleared, the Baychimo was gone, vanished. The crew, still in their ice camp, assumed she had finally succumbed to the sea, swallowed by the depths. Yet just days later, an Inuit hunter reported seeing the ship, adrift and empty, miles from where she'd last been seen. Captain Cornwell, astonished, mounted a search party. They found her, partially damaged but undeniably afloat. They recovered the precious pelts and again prepared to abandon her, believing she was too damaged to save. They left the Baychimo once more, assuming this truly was her final act. But the Arctic wasn't finished. The ship had simply slipped her icy bonds, beginning her decades-long, solitary journey. This was the moment the SS Baychimo transitioned from a stranded cargo vessel to a true ghost ship. For the next 38 years, the Baychimo would be sighted dozens of times, by trappers, Inuit hunters, sailors, and even aircraft pilots. Each sighting added a new chapter to her legend, a testament to her impossible resilience in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. In March 1932, just a few months after her initial disappearance, a group of trappers spotted the Baychimo near Point Barrow. They attempted to board her, but a sudden storm forced them back. The ship, as if sentient, eluded capture once more. A year later, in 1933, she was seen again, this time off the coast of Alaska. Another attempt was made to salvage her, but again, the weather turned, and the Baychimo vanished into the icy mist. It was as if an invisible force guarded her, preventing anyone from reclaiming her. Then came perhaps the most chilling encounter. In 1935, a group of prospectors spotted her. They boarded the ship, finding it eerily intact despite years of drifting. They found personal belongings, even a few tools, frozen in time. The ship was a time capsule, a museum of a lost crew. They were trapped on board for 10 days by a blizzard. When the storm finally subsided, they abandoned her, leaving her once more to the whims of the Arctic currents. Each encounter fueled the legend, painting the Baychimo not just as a ship, but as a phantom, a symbol of the Arctic's untamed power. The sightings continued through the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Each time, she was sighted far from her last known position, seemingly navigating the treacherous ice fields and open waters with an impossible precision. No one could explain how she avoided being crushed or sinking. The last confirmed sighting of the Baychimo occurred in 1969. An Inuit hunter spotted her, still sailing aimlessly between the ice floes in the Beaufort Sea. After that, the sightings stopped. The Arctic finally reclaimed its ghost. So what explains the Baychimo's incredible journey? The prevailing theory points to the unique characteristics of Arctic ice. The shifting flows and currents can trap and release ships, sometimes carrying them vast distances. The ship's sturdy construction also played a crucial role. Her design, built for ice navigation, allowed her to withstand the crushing pressures that would have destroyed lesser vessels. She was built to survive, and survive she did, long after her crew had given her up for lost. But the mystery isn't just how she survived, but why she remained afloat for so long, evading rescue or destruction. Was it simply a series of improbable coincidences, or something more? The Arctic has a way of holding onto its secrets. The Baychimo's story serves as a stark reminder of the immense power of nature and the fragility of human endeavors in extreme environments. It's a tale of a ship that refused to die, sailing on long after its purpose was lost. The true fate of the SS Baychimo remains unknown. Did she finally sink, or is she still out there, perhaps locked in some forgotten ice floe, waiting to be discovered once more? The Arctic holds its breath, and perhaps so does the ghost of the Baychimo. What other impossible journeys have vanished from our maps? Join us next time as we explore.